Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe if you're interested. Hey, we're gonna do an unboxing of this movie I bought. Did I buy it today? I did. Today's been a long day. Long day. Yeah, I bought it today. I wanted to buy it the day it came out. Didn't get to Best Buy in time. They literally shut the gates as I was pulling up to the store. Just missed them after work. Was that after work? I don't know. Or maybe it was just, I don't know, busy day. I can't remember why. But then, actually, was that after work? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Then I just wasn't able to get out to buy it. And then today, we went out as a family, so I wouldn't miss it. And luckily, Best Buy still had this. It is They Live. You probably saw in the thumbnail or the title if you're watching this. This is probably the 8,000th or more, probably more, unboxing of this, because I had to wait a couple days. But I now have They Live, and I don't have, this is my first time ever having They Live. I've never bought it, which is weird because this is a part of a collection that I've really needed to get. This actually completes a collection. I don't know if I should mention it now or not. Should I? I don't know. But this is a very important movie to me, and it's odd that I've never owned it. I think in a future video I will tell you why this movie is so important to me and what the collection is, what the grouping of films is that this belongs to, and this completed that collection. It's not John Carpenter. That's not it. It's not Roddy Piper collection. It's a different collection. But yeah, very glad to have this. I'm glad I have this version because I very much love the art. When it comes to movies, a lot of times, not always, but anymore, if I'm going to go with something special, pay the extra money, it's going to be because of the art. Otherwise, I'm usually cool with DVD. I don't know, I guess my standards aren't that high, but sometimes I will pay for the art, and that's what I'm doing here. Paying for the art and to complete a collection. So, should we get into this? Got the palette knife here with the Painting King on it. Bob Ross. International people, my international friends, my friends from the UK and beyond. You know what, I probably should not use this because it's not sharp, so it's not actually cutting through, and I don't want to scratch this. Here, I'm gonna have to work with it a little bit. But yeah, people from countries that are not my own. Are you familiar with Bob Ross? Does this guy mean anything to you? Do you watch him? Was he outside of the US? Was he even in Canada? Canadian friends? I'm curious. Because he's a big deal here in the United States. People like Mr. Rogers. Do you know Mr. Rogers? Tom Hanks made a movie about him. Who else? LeVar Burton. I mean, I know you know him from Star Trek, but he had a children's program that we all grew up on called Reading Rainbow. Are you familiar with that? I want to know what is American and what went beyond. Okay, I didn't even show you that. I just peeled this off. How important was that? Is that okay that you missed that? It was all out of camera. But here we go. What is this called? A J card? J card right here. Nothing on this side. How much of this do you want to see? Are you even watching this video? You probably watched this video from 20 other channels 2 days ago. So, special features. I'm excited to watch these special features. We have never before seen footage, and I'm excited about that. And the making. There's basically, I want to see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff and stuff that is going on around the camera. I have an interest in that with this movie specifically. But yeah, I think, you know, we got some nice imagery there on the back with the specs there, the special features, all of that. And then, ooh, don't want to scratch this. What if I dropped it? I bet somebody's done that. An unboxing, and then they drop it on their basement floor, which is made out of concrete, and they scratch their Steelbook up. I don't know for sure if I did this or not, but I have a Steelbook of Platoon signed by Oliver Stone. Had a chance to meet him, and he signed my copy. And I have a little scratch on it, and I think I might have done it. I don't know. It's on the back though. But look at this. You've already seen it. You've already watched 50 other channels showing this, but it's great. So my kids were with me when we bought this, and we're like, look at this silly little guy. You know, we weren't sure how they were going to take that imagery, so we just, anything that's like maybe spooky we think might scare them a little bit, we always call it silly. And they were laughing at it. They're like, look at his eyes. It looks like he has blueberry eyes. So now he is in our house right there. Like, this picture is known as Blueberry Eye Guy, Blueberry Eye Man, or whatever. So yeah, that's the cover. Insanely amazing. Look at that. Look at that manhole right there. Spine. Can you tell how self-conscious I am that everybody's already made a video on this? Because I keep saying, you've already seen this. But I don't know, I guess I wanted to show mine off, even though it looks exactly the same as everyone else's. Now, how many times have I seen this? You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. My stepdad is in this movie, and it's really funny. I watched They Live. It was just on YouTube when I was in college, I remember, and I watched it on college. That was a first time watch for me. This would have been in the, I don't know, like near it would have been the late 2000s, right, when I watched this for the first time. And then I came home for like Christmas break or something, and my stepdad is sitting in his recliner, and he's watching They Live, and I was like, oh yeah, They Live, you ever seen it? I love that movie, that fight, right? And then he's like, yeah, I'm in it. And I was like, what? You're in that movie? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what part? And we kept watching the movie, and he said, oh, I'm in the beginning. And then we didn't go back. I think it was just on TV, so we couldn't really go back and like rewind it or whatever. So he's passed away now, but I never got a chance to see his scene with him. Because I think I've seen the movie the one time on YouTube, and then bits and parts here and there, and I never got to sit down and watch it fully with him. Like, we caught the rest of that time, but like the scene that he's in, I never got to see with him. So I always feel bad about that and regret that. But I was like, why don't I have this movie? And I grew up knowing he was in a bunch of movies and TV, but I don't know how this one got past me until I was, you know, in my late 20s or mid 20s or whenever it was. And yeah, so yeah, he's in this movie. They Live. Did I show you the back yet? But yeah, I'd like to make a video on that. Show the scene where he is, and talk about the movie a little bit in his life in cinema. Look at this. Look at this art. Look at Blueberry Eye Man. Just look at those blueberry eyes. They do look like blueberries, don't they? Like, look at that. Doesn't it kind of look like just a blueberry sitting in that socket? It kind of does. All right, let me open this. What is there? No. Okay, yeah. What am I looking at here? Okay. So, open. Oh, wow, that's great. Look at it. Look at Blueberry Man. The Blueberry Men. This is fantastic. Oh, yeah. So good. But yeah, like, when it comes to watching this movie, I'm not super familiar with it. I used to play Duke Nukem when I was a kid, so I knew the catchphrases, but didn't realize they came from here. Oh, here, let me... Right there. 4K Ultra. Wow, look at that. Look at this dude right here. Look at that blueberry. It doesn't look like a blueberry so much right there, does it? Not so much. Was afraid I snapped the disc. Was worried I was going to. Here's the inside. Obey. Do you all like Shepard Fairey? Graffiti artist. Used this in his work. Andre the Giant. Also made the Obama Hope poster. He's famous for that. Got in trouble for that. I think the original image of Barack Obama was from the Associated Press. Then they sued him, like copyright infringement or whatever. But artists usually win that stuff because they, parody laws and things like that, and alterations. Like, I don't know what the percentage is, but something has to be altered so much, and he did. He cropped it like in the original photo, like George Clooney's next to Obama, and then he cropped it down and then like skewed it a little bit and then reduced it down to just like red, white, and blue, and then to blue colors, flattened everything, and then had hope at the bottom. Oops, sorry, my camera cut out there for a second. But anyway, I don't know. I was starting to talk about art and stuff, right? So yeah, that poster, anyway, Shepard Fairey made it, and he didn't get in trouble for using the Associated Press imagery. It was like he got in trouble for like tampering with the evidence after like they were like, hey, you took that. And I think that's what he got in trouble for. I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked into it. But he could have just done nothing and it would have been fine, because I think he altered the image enough to where it wasn't a big deal. Anyway, look into that, because I probably told that story completely wrong. It's been a while since I've looked into it. But yeah, great imagery there. Did I? Whoa, I almost dropped it. Did I show that right there? Was Roddy Piper your favorite wrestler? I liked him, but he wasn't my favorite. Who was mine? I don't know if I had a favorite. I just kind of like everybody from that era. I don't know. I kind of liked... I don't know who my favorite was. But yeah, I'm glad to have this in my collection. Really sad I didn't get to watch the movie from front to beginning with my stepdad ever. Only got to see the end portion, and I never got to watch his scene with him. That would have been cool. And I think it's weird that I didn't own this, but I, found out that he was in it so late, where all of his other movies I've owned for a long time. So, yeah. Anyway, here is They Live. Is this your favorite Carpenter movie? It's not mine. I don't dislike it. I do like it. I want to watch it more often, because I only have one full-time watch and then chunks here and there. But I love this piece. I think it's great. Anyway, I don't know. I think I had more to talk about, but I think my mind went blank when my phone stopped working. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. Actually, I think my favorite Carpenter is The Thing, which I only watched for the first time last year or 2 years ago or something like that. 2 years ago, I think. And I was like, oh my goodness, why did I sleep on this? If you watched this, thank you. I know you probably already saw 16 other ones, but what's one more, right? Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'd like to get more They Live content out there for you in reference to my stepdad. I'll have to ask my mom some questions and things like that. See what additional info she has on it. But yeah, anyway, again, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.